Picture this. You're scrolling through Spotify and discover your new favorite band. Their music moves you, gets stuck in your head, even brings tears to your eyes. There's just one problem. They don't actually exist. Welcome to 2025, where artificial intelligence isn't just changing how we make music, it's rewriting the very definition of what music is. What I'm about to tell you might sound like science fiction, but it's happening right now. Last year alone, 60 million people used AI to create music. That's more than the entire population of the UK. These aren't tech experts or professional musicians. They're ordinary people typing a few words and watching algorithms compose symphonies. The numbers are staggering. Every single day, platforms like Deezer receive 10,000 completely AI-generated tracks. That's one new artificial song uploaded every 8 seconds, 24 hours a day. By some estimates, nearly 1 in 5 new songs hitting streaming services today was created by a machine, not a human. But here's where it gets really wild. The global AI music market is exploding. Industry experts predict it'll be worth £38 billion by 2033. We're not talking about a niche tech experiment anymore. This is becoming the mainstream. So how does this actually work? Think of AI music platforms like Suno and Udio as incredibly sophisticated musical genies. You type in a prompt, something like, create a melancholic indie folk song about heartbreak, and within minutes, you've got a complete track with vocals, instruments, and lyrics. These systems have been trained on millions of existing songs. They've analyzed every chord progression, every vocal inflection, every drum pattern ever recorded. Then they use this vast knowledge to create something entirely new. Or at least, that's what they claim. The technology behind this is called diffusion modeling. It's the same principle that powers image generators like DALL-E, but adapted for sound. The AI starts with random noise and gradually sculpts it into recognizable music, guided by your text prompt. Major tech companies are pouring billions into this space. Meta has released Music Gen, trained on 20,000 hours of licensed music. Google's got Music LM, which can generate everything from jazz solos to orchestral pieces. Even Apple is quietly integrating AI features into professional music software. Now, let me tell you about the most fascinating case study in AI music to date. Meet the Velvet Sundown, a psychedelic rock band that appeared from nowhere in June 2025. Within weeks, they had racked up over 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Their song Dust on the Wind hit #1 on viral charts across multiple countries. Music journalists were baffled. Here was a band with the perfect 70s sound. Dreamy vocals, fuzzy guitars, lyrics about peace and love. They had verified artist profiles, appeared on official playlists, and were earning thousands in streaming revenue. There was just one tiny detail that seemed off. Nobody could find any trace of the band members online. No social media profiles, no concert footage, no interviews. The promotional photos looked suspiciously polished, almost too perfect. Music producers started noticing subtle artifacts in the recordings, the kind of glitches you'd expect from AI generation. Eventually, the Velvet Sundown came clean. In a statement on their Spotify profile, they revealed themselves as an ongoing artistic provocation designed to challenge the boundaries of authorship and identity in the age of AI. Every song, every voice, every instrument was artificially generated. The 4 band members, vocalist Gabe Farrow, guitarist Lenny West, bassist Milo Raines, and drummer Orion Del Mar, were as fictional as their impossibly smooth publicity shots. The Velvet Sundown's success sent shockwaves through the music industry, but they weren't the only ones causing a stir. Behind the scenes, a massive legal battle was brewing. The 3 biggest record labels in the world, Universal, Sony, and Warner, had filed billion-pound lawsuits against the leading AI music companies. Their argument was simple but devastating. These AI platforms had trained their systems on millions of copyrighted songs without permission. They'd essentially stolen decades of recorded music, fed it into their algorithms, and were now creating content that competed directly with the original artists. The record labels weren't pulling their punches. They were seeking damages of up to £150,000 per infringed work. With millions of songs potentially involved, we're talking about claims worth more than some countries' entire GDP. But the AI companies fought back. Suno, one of the platforms being sued, openly admitted they'd trained on tens of millions of recordings found across the internet. Their defense? They claimed it was fair use, that training AI systems on existing works to create new ones was legally protected, just like how human musicians learn by listening to other artists. The plot thickened even further when reports emerged that the same record labels suing these companies were simultaneously in secret negotiations with them. Industry insiders suggested licensing deals were being discussed. arrangements where labels would get paid for allowing their catalogs to be used in AI training. So what does this mean for actual human musicians? The picture is complicated and, frankly, quite concerning. Recent studies suggest music industry workers could lose a quarter of their income to AI within the next 4 years. That's not some distant threat. It's already happening. Session musicians are particularly vulnerable. Why hire a full string section when you can generate convincing orchestral parts in minutes? Sound engineers are watching AI tools automate mixing and mastering processes that once required years of expertise. Even songwriters are finding AI can churn out catchy hooks faster than any human. But it's not all doom and gloom. Surprisingly, 60% of musicians are already using AI tools in their work. They're not being replaced, they're adapting. Independent artists who couldn't afford expensive studio time are using AI for backing tracks and sound design. Established producers are incorporating AI-generated elements alongside human performances. The key difference seems to be control. When musicians use AI as a tool, like a very sophisticated synthesizer, it can enhance creativity. When AI operates independently, creating complete works without human input, that's when it becomes threatening to livelihoods. Some artists are taking proactive approaches. Singer Holly Herndon created an AI version of her own voice that anyone can use, maintaining some control over how her vocal style is replicated. Others are focusing on live performance and personal connection, things that AI can't replicate, at least not yet. Here's something that might surprise you. According to recent surveys, 82% of listeners can't tell the difference between AI-generated and human-created music. That's a staggering statistic with profound implications. Some streaming platforms are trying to address this. Deezer has implemented detection systems that flag potentially AI-generated content. When you look up the Velvet Sundown on Deezer, you'll see a warning that some tracks may have been created using artificial intelligence. But Spotify, the world's largest streaming platform, takes a different approach. They allow AI-generated music and don't require creators to disclose its use. Their position is that listeners care about quality and enjoyment, not the method of creation. This has created a sort of Wild West scenario. AI-generated tracks can rack up millions of streams, earn significant revenue, and even influence cultural trends, all while listeners remain completely unaware of their artificial origins. It raises fundamental questions about authenticity, artistic value, and consumer rights. Music critics argue that transparency is essential. If someone's emotional response to a song changes when they discover it was created by AI, doesn't that suggest the origin matters? Others contend that if a piece of music moves you, its source is irrelevant. The transformation we're witnessing is just the beginning. Industry experts predict that by 2025, AI will be integrated into every aspect of music creation and consumption. We're talking about personalized songs generated in real time based on your mood, location, and activity. Imagine AI composers creating bespoke soundtracks for your morning jog or evening commute. Virtual and augmented reality will add another dimension. Concerts could feature AI-generated visuals that respond to the music in real time, creating unique experiences for every performance. Some artists are already experimenting with AI that can generate infinite variations of their songs, meaning no two listens are exactly the same. The technology will also democratize music creation even further. Language barriers could disappear as AI translates lyrics and adapts musical styles across cultures. People with no musical training will be able to create professional quality compositions, potentially unleashing a wave of creativity we've never seen before. But this future isn't inevitable. It's being shaped by the decisions we make today. How we handle copyright, compensation, and disclosure will determine whether AI enhances human creativity or replaces it entirely. So here we are, standing at one of the most significant crossroads in musical history. AI isn't just changing how music is made, it's challenging our fundamental assumptions about creativity, authorship, and artistic value. The Velvet Sundown proved that artificial intelligence can create music that genuinely moves people. But their story also highlighted the importance of transparency and the ongoing struggle to protect human artists' rights and livelihoods. The future will likely belong to those who learn to collaborate with AI rather than compete against it. The most successful musicians of tomorrow will probably be those who use artificial intelligence as a creative partner while maintaining their unique human perspective. One thing is certain. The next time you discover a song that stops you in your tracks, you might want to ask yourself a simple question. Was this created by a human heart, or was it born from an algorithm? And perhaps more importantly, does it actually matter? The revolution is here. The question now is whether we'll conduct it wisely.